You've felt it, haven't you? That deep sense that you're different, that something sets you apart from the rest of the world. It's not arrogance, no, it's never been about that. It's something far more profound. It's a silent knowing, a pull from deep within that whispers, you're meant for something more. You've always known it, even when the world doubted you, even when others underestimated you. And they did underestimate you, didn't they? They had no idea who they were messing with. They couldn't see the depths of your strength, the intensity of your purpose, or the power that was quietly growing inside of you. But let's be real. Being a chosen one isn't easy. In fact, it's probably the hardest path there is. You've been misunderstood, doubted, even ridiculed. People have tried to put you in a box, tried to define you by their limited understanding. But here's the thing, they were never supposed to understand you. How could they? They weren't walking your path, they weren't carrying your burdens, and they certainly weren't equipped to handle your destiny. And you've been walking a journey that few can comprehend, and in the process you've been growing stronger, wiser, more resilient. But you've been learning lessons that most people will never even glimpse in their lifetime. But let me ask you something. When they doubted you, when they underestimated you, how did you respond? Did you shrink back or did you rise? Did you let their disbelief dim your light, or did you let it fuel your fire? Because here's the truth, the world will always try to make you doubt yourself. It will always try to convince you that you're not enough, that you can't possibly be the one destined for greatness. But their opinions are irrelevant. You were chosen for this path, and that means you have everything inside of you to walk it.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
They had no idea who they were messing with because they couldn't see the battles you fought in silence. They couldn't see the nights you spent wrestling with doubt, fear, and uncertainty, only to emerge stronger each time. They couldn't see the inner transformation that was taking place beneath the surface. They saw the surface level you, maybe struggling, maybe unsure, and they made their judgments. But they missed the most important part. They missed the fact that every single challenge was sharpening you, refining you, making you into something unstoppable. But let's go deeper. Why do you think you were chosen? Do you think it was just random chance, or do you believe there's something far more intentional at play? I'll tell you this, being chosen isn't about being special in the way the world defines it. It's not about being better than others or having some external advantage. It's about being called to a purpose that's bigger than yourself. It's about being given a mission that requires everything you've got. And let's be honest, not everyone can handle that. Not everyone is built for this kind of journey. But you were chosen because you can handle it. You were chosen because you have the strength, the resilience, and the fire to walk this path, no matter how difficult it gets. There's something else we need to talk about, though. It's the reason why so many people underestimated you. They couldn't see your potential. The world tends to value what's visible, what's tangible. People measure success by what they can see: money, status, recognition. But your power? It's not something you wear on the outside. It's something that's been growing inside of you, slowly, steadily, over time. It's like a seed that's been planted deep within, and while others were busy looking at the surface, you were quietly watering that seed, nurturing it, letting it grow. And now it's about to break through the surface, and when it does, the world is going to be stunned. So let me ask you, are you ready for that moment? Are you ready for the world to finally see what's been growing inside of you all this time? Because here's the thing, when that moment comes, there's no turning back. Once you step into your full power, once you embrace your role as a chosen one, everything changes. People will see you differently. Some will be in awe of your strength, your wisdom, your light. Others will be intimidated, even threatened by the power you wield. And that's okay. Not everyone will understand your journey, and not everyone is meant to. The important thing is that you understand it. The important thing is that you never lose sight of why you were chosen in the first place. The world can try to distract you, try to pull you away from your path, but you've already come too far to turn back now. You've already faced too many battles, overcome too many obstacles to let anything or anyone stop you. They had no idea who they were messing with, and soon they'll realize just how unstoppable you truly are. When you start to awaken to the truth of who you are, everything changes. There's a moment, a turning point, when you realize that all the challenges, all the pain, all the doubts were never meant to break you. They were meant to build you. And in that moment, everything clicks. You see, chosen ones don't just stumble into their power. It's something that grows slowly, like a fire that's been smoldering beneath the surface, waiting for the right moment to ignite. And when that fire finally ignites, it's unstoppable. You felt that fire, haven't you? Maybe it started as a small spark, a quiet sense that you were meant for something more. But over time, as you faced more challenges, as you were tested and pushed to your limits, that spark began to grow. And now, it's a roaring flame, burning brighter than ever before. This is the moment of awakening, the moment when you realize that everything you've been through was preparing you for this. So, but let me ask you, what does it feel like to awaken to your power? Does it fill you with excitement, or does it scare you a little? Because here's the thing about awakening, it's not always comfortable. In fact, it can be downright terrifying at times. When you realize just how much power you have, when you see the full scope of your potential, it can feel overwhelming. There's a reason why so many people shy away from their own greatness. They're afraid of what it means. They're afraid of the responsibility that comes with it. But not you. You were chosen for this, and you're ready to embrace it, even if it scares you. And that's what truly sets you apart. It's not that you're fearless, you felt fear just like everyone else. But you move through the fear. You don't let it stop you. You face the darkest parts of yourself, the doubts, the insecurities, and you've come out on the other side stronger. And that's what makes you unstoppable. But here's something else to think about. Why do you think the world tries so hard to dim the light of chosen ones? Why is it that the people who are meant to shine the brightest often face the most resistance? It's because the world isn't always ready for the power that chosen ones carry. The world is comfortable with mediocrity, with people who follow the rules, who stay in line. The chosen ones, we were never meant to follow the rules. We were never meant to fit into the mold that society tries to put us in. We're here to break the mold, to challenge the status quo, to bring something new and powerful into the world. And that's why people often don't know how to deal with us. They don't know how to handle someone who refuses to conform, someone who knows their worth and isn't afraid to step into their power. But that's okay, because we weren't chosen to be liked by everyone. We weren't chosen to fit in. We were chosen to stand out, to lead, to guide others through the darkness and into the light. So, let me ask you, are you ready to fully embrace your power? Are you ready to step into the role you were chosen for, no matter how much resistance you face? Because here's the truth, the moment you fully awaken to your power, the moment you stop doubting yourself and start owning your greatness, the world will have no choice but to take notice. They had no idea who they were messing with, but soon they will. Now that you've awakened to your power, the next step is to unleash it. Awakening is just the beginning. It's the moment when you realize your potential, when you see the full scope of what you're capable of. But unleashing that power, that's a whole different level. That's when you stop holding back, when you stop playing small, and you start fully stepping into the role you were born to play. But let's be real, unleashing your power isn't easy. It requires you to get uncomfortable. It requires you to step into the unknown, to take risks, to face challenges head on. And it requires you to stop caring about what other people think. Because here's the truth, not everyone is going to be ready for your power. Not everyone is going to celebrate your success or support your journey. Some people will be intimidated by your strength, by your courage, by your refusal to back down. But that's not your problem. You weren't chosen to make everyone comfortable. You were chosen to lead, to inspire, to bring something new into the world. And that means you can't afford to hold back just because others aren't ready for your greatness. So, let me ask you what's been holding you back. What's the one thing that's been keeping you from fully unleashing your power? Is it fear? Doubt? The opinions of others? Whatever it is, it's time to let it go. Because here's the thing, the world needs you to step into your power. The world needs the gifts that only you can bring. And if you keep holding back, if you keep playing small, you're not just doing yourself a disservice, you're doing the world a disservice. But here's the good news. Once you decide to unleash your power, once you stop holding back and fully step into your role as a chosen one, there's nothing that can stop you. When you become a force of nature, a powerful presence that others can't ignore, and the best part, you start to attract the right people into your life, people who recognize your power, who celebrate your greatness, who support your journey every step of the way. But here's the final question. Are you ready to unleash your power? Are you ready to stop holding back and fully step into the role you were born to play? Because once you do, everything changes. The world will have no choice but to take notice. They had no idea who they were messing with, but soon they'll know. Now that you've awakened to your power and unleashed it, there's one final piece to the puzzle legacy. You see, chosen ones don't just transform their own lives. They transform the world around them. And that's what makes you truly unstoppable. Your power doesn't end with you. It ripples out into the world, touching the lives of everyone you encounter, inspiring others to step into their own power, and creating a legacy that will live on long after you're gone. But let's talk about legacy for a moment. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? What impact do you want to have on the world? Because here's the thing, your power isn't just about you. It's about the lives you're going to touch, the people you're going to inspire, the change you're going to create. And that's why it's so important that you don't hold back. The world needs your light, your gifts, your power, and only you can bring them. But let me ask you this, what kind of legacy are you creating right now? Are you living in a way that aligns with your purpose, with your power? Or are you still holding back, playing small, letting fear or doubt keep you from fully stepping into your role as a chosen one? Because here's the truth, you were chosen for a reason. You were given this power for a reason. And it's up to you to decide how you're going to use it. But here's the beautiful thing about being a chosen one. Once you fully step into your power, once you start living in alignment with your purpose, everything falls into place. You start to attract opportunities, people, and experiences that support your journey. You start to see the impact you're having on the world, the lives you're touching, the change you're creating. And that's when you realize that your power was never just about you. It was always about something bigger, something greater. So, let me ask you one final question. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? What impact do you want to have on the world? Because here's the truth, you were chosen for this. You were given this power for a reason. And now, it's time to use it. It's time to create the legacy you were born to create. The world is waiting for you to step into your full power. They had no idea who they were messing with, but soon they'll know. And it will transform everything.